Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 24th of June. It's really nice to be with you today. Thank you, Joey, for sending me this deck. This is the Twin Peaks Tarot. Thank you so much for sending it. I'm not familiar with the show myself. In the 80s, I was too young to watch it, and I think they've done a reboot recently, but I haven't seen that either. So I may not get some of the references in this tarot deck, but I don't know what they look like either. I haven't really looked at the cards, so let's see what is coming up today. I think it's quite a quirky and it's kind of an adult themed show. So if you're really, if anything over 18 or 15 rating on TV or something upsets you, then you may, I think there's some grown-up adult themes in this deck. So we've got this card in reverse, these two upright. So this is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Then we have the Queen of Wands and we have the Nine of Discs. Okay. So that's really great because the Four of Discs, when it's this way around, it's someone who's a miser, someone who hangs on to things. So we've got, there's literally a doorway. This looks like a casino floor. And you've won and you're trying to leave, and you've got this guy with a frown on his face trying to block you on your way to freedom. It's almost like a challenge or a problem that you have to overcome on your way to success or getting what you want. But the good thing is that that is in reverse. So when it comes to your finances and using the money for something that you actually enjoy, rather than sitting there all day and worrying about, have I got enough? Can I afford this? Actually using your money and doing something fun with it today and enjoying yourself. Queen of Wands is a woman who is creative, who is passionate and fiery. I mean, in this deck, it's really wild. She's covered in blood and there's flames and all sorts of things. So she's a bit of a hellraiser, this lady. Queen of Wands is an energy of creativity, being protected, being happy, and really being able to live your life purpose and being true to yourself. And also, sometimes being true to yourself includes anger. And it includes saying, I will absolutely not accept this or tolerate this behavior anymore. I'm not going to do it. And really getting very strict and stern. And this is more about really, this is kind of, this implies conflict and it implies combat. It implies all of these negative things which usually aren't associated with the card. So you've got to remember that you can either use your passion for good things to create beautiful, wonderful, kind of creative things in your life which are going to inspire you and others. It sounds kind of wet when I say it like that, but we've got loads of water here, so you're very intuitive, and it's another one of those days where the veil is kind of thin and you're much more able to tap into your imagination than you are on other days. So it's a great day for writers and painters and sculptors and jewelry designers and florists and anyone who's creative, teachers. Also people who work as intuitives, psychics, mediums, clairvoyants. It's a good day to let go of the physical limitations to the intuition, for example. So sometimes when you're doing a reading, you will get a message that sounds really outrageous. Like, for instance, this person has a yacht in Monaco or something like that, like something really specific. And you'll be afraid of saying that to that person, because if you say it and you're totally wrong, then it's like, where did that come from? But usually in my experience, when you go with it and you say it, it's like, oh, wow, how did you know about that? So it's really about trusting your intuition and allowing that ability to tap into the watery side of yourself is really going to enable you to do something creative with it, whether it's intuitive or artistic. Finally, we've got the Nine of Discs. And the Nine of Discs is a woman who is extremely successful as a result of her own discipline, her own hard work. And because she's clever about what she does, and she works on a passion project. Again, lots of red here, lots of red. There's a balance here today. You can either go with creativity and intuition or spirituality, and that's a nice way to be creative in a positive and calm way, and that will lead you to the Nine of Pentacles, a woman who is financially prosperous. So an idea that materializes today, if you continue with that creatively, or if you start it creatively, you'll succeed and you'll benefit greatly from it in terms of financial matters. On the other hand, if you're blocked financially, and if you're hanging on to money, and if you're angry about this is an unnecessary expense, you may become a bit of a hellraiser today and really lose your temper, and that may result in you having more money, but really a lot of other things have cracked and burned to the ground, like your relationships with your siblings, for instance, who now are shocked and horrified, or with your friends or your kids or whatever it may be. There's really the potential to have a major temper tantrum today if you don't listen to the connection and to the voice of the angels. This angel down here is almost like, it looks like it's going to be kicked because she's so angry. She's kind of psychokinetic. Is that what it is when you can move things with your mind? She's having this log floating above her hand. If she's having that float around, if she floats that at someone, it's not going to feel very nice. It's not, designed to massage people. It's probably more like a major blunt weapon or hit to the head. And these two angels are blanked out. It's like the darkness has blanked them out, and it's just anger and blood and fire that she's after. Lovely. Sometimes we need anger to really get us out of difficult situations. If you're trapped in a horrible situation that you have tolerated for ages and ages and ages, and it's enough, sometimes you have to say it's enough. The thing about that is, every time we end a relationship that's toxic or that's negative, something that'll come up for you is, if all of these people are angry with me, or if I'm having all these problems in my relationships, is it all them or is it me? And sometimes, there are certain things about yourself that you may not recognize, like rage or anger or mood swings, where friends find it difficult to interact. Or you, I've forgotten what I was saying now. So this energy is about being in the ego and being in the self. And with the angels there, it's important to listen to your feelings so that you don't become that difficult friend, or you don't become that person who is hard to get on with. So it's about tempering yourself. The easiest way to do that is to connect with the universe, a higher power, and you'll be really productive. If not, you're still going to be productive. And if you do need to burn the house down because it needs to be burnt down, because that's an example for ending a family relationship because it needs to be ended because you've put up with it for years, then maybe that needs to happen. I think I remember what I was going to say now. Every time you end a relationship with someone, you start to doubt yourself. And if you have problems with 20 people, then sometimes you have to look at yourself and say, it's me. But sometimes there can be a situation where the 20 people are all people that you've attracted into your life because you've been on a really low vibration, and there are 20 people that you need to give the boot, and you really need to just start over. And if that's scary or difficult, today is not going to be as scary, because today you can take on anything and it's not going to even make you flinch. So you've got a choice today. So either way, the energy is really, really productive, and it's going to get something moving, and it's going to get something changed in your life. Number-wise, we've got the 4, and 1 is 5. What's this? 9. So that's 14. 1 and 4 is 5. And 5 is about freedom and numerology. So if the situation is about you being stuck, you can fight your way to freedom very easily. And if you want to be someone who's creative or intuitive, and you want to find financial freedom through that business, through that work, it's a great day to start that kind of business because you're in tune, you're letting go of financial fears. You have this in the birthday of your new business, so constant power and fire and passion behind this project, and it will benefit you financially. So have a wonderful and productive day. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via the website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to audio reading. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.